Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the multipath inheritance in C++. So first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position of my screen so you can watch better my video lecture. And here turbo C++ is there. I just double click and take some time. Yes, process. Now, yes is open. Alter F, and we cannot create A to Z in this session. But my previously hybrid inheritance, we can take the advantage because that is a multi-path inheritance. So yes, first I open that file of my previous video lecture. So hybrid, yes. So HYB inheritance and full screen. First I save as this file. So both file maintained separately. So we can say that mm, multi path, yes, so multi path inheritance is there. So yes, that we can give some multi path. How many character is there? 3 5, okay, 7 8 9, some more is there. So here we can remove, yes, that multi path. Okay, inheritance is not because that, so we can maximum give the 8 character of file name. So multi path, that name. Okay, and here we can change to hybrid to our definition. This is a definition. Write a program to prepare student mark sheet and using now multi multi path inheritance. So that is a 6 type of inheritance. First is a single inheritance, then multiple, multi-level, then hierarchical, then hybrid, and that is multi-path inheritance. So what is a multi-path? So like we can, in a public derivation, we can take the same duplicate, we can handle with the class to nesting member, that ambiguity of compiler. So which base class get data or put data, that type. Here we can see the function. So how we can solve that ambiguity? So here we can directly call to nesting. Okay, so that ambiguity is a solve. But here we can consider like student class is inheriting mark sheet and flow sport class and then a result class. So there are 4 class, but student class via mark sheet and via sport class, there are 2 duplicate copy in the our derived class, result class. So that is also ambiguity, and that ambiguity is not solved by the class, and we can take care. And then that known as a virtual based classes. That concept is a virtual based classes. So virtual is a keyword, and we can take that type of care. So only one copy of compiler assigned to our derived class, the student class. So first we can understand what is a multi-path inheritance. So that definition is, I think, derivation of a classes, other derived classes is called multi-level inheritance. We can say that multi-level. So in his that is hybrid we can take. So there are 2 branches already there, multiple and multi uh, level. So first I can give the definition of multi-level. A class inherit B and B class inherit in C. And what is multiple? So derivation of class in 2 or more classes, that is called multiple. And then hybrid, taking more than 2 form in same, that is called the hybrid inheritance. And now multi-path inheritance, I can say that that is a derivation of class other derived classes which are derived from the same base class. It is called the multi-path inheritance. Means A class is inherit B and C, and B and C class inherit in D class. So ultimately A class copy in the D, there are 2 via B class A inherit in D, and via C class D via A class copy. So there are duplications. So that is a solved by some, not that is create the ambiguity. So here first I if you not watch my previous video hybrid inheritance, first you can watch and then attempt to this video lecture so you can understand better. Okay? because here already I first understand how many class and what happened in this video. So here student class and roll number and name and public to get data, put data, and class semicolon, that syntax close and semicolon is there. And that is a first level. And last I can inherit in protect uh, derivation. So now I first public derivation in the multipath inheritance. So that is some ambiguity, like our duplicate member name that we can solve to class, but here that class is not work. So some special take care, and that known as a virtual base classes, and that is only one copy. Here we can create some ambiguity first. So student class inherit in the marksheet class. That is a first, we can say that that already hybrid branch. Now what happens, student class go in marksheet and then go in the sport class, and sport and marksheet both class go in the result class. So there are student class copy in two time, via marksheet class go in the result class, and via sport class student class go in the result class. So there are two copies. So here roll number and name in two copy. This, that is private, not in it, but here now public. So get data here two time in the result class. So via marksheet class and via sport class, there are two copy. Result class handle the student class. So let us first take. So here we can take a special that design member protect. So our total base we can find out the percentage and class, student class, first class, second class, that type of. And that first level we can say that inheritance, and then student class first we can get data, roll number, name, scan in this. Okay, and you have to see your mark sheet is a subject is a private, and total is a protect, and to get data and put data, that is same in, like here is also get data and put data, student class. So here we can public derivation. Okay, so student class. So get data, put data go in the public part. So here that duplicate copy is generated, but that is solved by class. But now class ambiguity is generated. That is we can handle the virtual keyword. Okay, so there are two use of virtual class in C++. First, that is a here is a virtual base classes, and second we can see in the dynamic binding, dynamic polymorphism. So that time we can say that let binding. So base class function member call or derived class, that is some ambiguity, and that is solved by the virtual keyword. That time we can discuss. So there are two use of virtual keyword in C++. So yes, that get data of student, that get roll number and put data, roll number, name, print, and then marksheet get data we can call for student because that is the same name. So that technique we can use. Okay, and now that public also. So but public is there, but now name is same. So that is only one way. Object is a right public member call, but that duplicate name. So we can use that technique. Students corporation get data. So your class is solved to our problem, ambiguity of member. But now ambiguity of class via two copy duplication in the result class. Let us check. So here total is 0, and then student 3 subject mark scan, and total also, that is compound assignment operator shortcut, and there are two. So here I also write the full form in this video lecture. So I just first what is in this file, and then we can apply to new. So here put data, yes, that first student put data call, and then 3 subject and total is print and spot. Yes, now that is a third class, first result, and then that is a hybrid inheritance. So this class is not inherit the student class. Now we can inherit. So here we can a public derivation of student class. Yes, so that is a multipath. I can previously say one picture is a class inherit B and C, and B and C inherit in D. So that type of situation. So A class is ultimately go to copy A via B and via C and D class. So that is a some ambiguity is generated. So we can first here ambiguity is generated. So sport class taking the student class, and marksheet class also taking the student class. That is a multiple inheritance also there, and multi-level is also there because we can now is multi-level here. So first we can check that member. So sport class is a private is game name, and score is a protect because we can addition of means summation of the total. So also score consider is a final result of student mark sheet. And then here also get data, input data. So there are student class also public part, because we can public derivation. So student class get data, input data also here. And then spot get data, that we cannot call first student, because already we can call in mark sheet. Okay, so here student class, first we can get data of sport game name and score scan, and put data of sport class, print the game name and score. So importance of playing the games, that we can add the final result of student mark sheet, that type of example is there. And now here result class, and we can here not protect in finally, that I derivation is a protect. So public mark sheet class is also inherit, that is multiple inheritance and multipath. So there are three concept complete in this one lecture, means this video lecture. First is a multi-level is also, multipath also, and then hybrid inheritance, because more than two branches also. And now multipath, that is a new concept. So that is a result class uh, derivation mark sheet and spot as a publicly. So there are two copy of student class come to the result class via mark sheet class. Student class come into the result class, and via spot class come to the student class in the result class. So there are duplication here is there. So now first we can check result class is a percentage, student class as class, and only one as a public put data. And then that put data we can call first mark sheet get data, then spot get data, then mark sheet put data, then spot get put data, and then total plus score and percentage, that divide by 4, because 3 subject and 1 is a game. So divide by 4. Otherwise what happen, that out of 100 side, that percentage is count. In my video we can see that type of problem is created. So we can divide by not 3 but here 4, because we can importance to the game also in the final result of student. And then here percentage is greater than equal to 70 and percentage less than equal to 85, then strcpy string copy string.h header file include, and that is a, we can say that that distinction class is source, and that is a destination. So s class is our member of string variable, so one dimensional array in here result class. So that store first class, second, yes, here is now that else if ladder condition I can use. So percentage is greater than equal to 60, and logical and operator, percentage less than not equal to here is there. So only 70, so first class. And then same percentage is greater than 50, and or logical or operator, and less than 60, so second, and greater than equal to exactly 40, so pass, and otherwise that is a fail. And we can print here set precision, so after only 2 decimal is there, and percentage and class we have to print. And then final, there are 2 technique. First, in public section we can also this technique. Okay, so let us check, because that public derivation we can also, there are 2 possibility, because class is all totally rights to call the public member. So here first we can comment line to our, yes, where here. So here I give the comment line, that is a second way, but we can first way after that. Private derivation need to this technique call to nesting member, but public member also call to our main or derived class object. So here that first we can call the mark sheet of get data, and mark sheet get data call to the student of get data, and spot get data, and student spot data first call the student put data, and then spot put data, and total, yes, that all is sequence. And then here we can open this multi comment line I provide. So I open this, yes, here, and I remove. So let us check what is a first that error is generated, because we can take the multi path inheritance. So yes, some ambiguity is there, yes, too. So what here, student is not a public base class of result class. So here student is a not a public base class of result class, and here is student is not public base class of result. So let us check first that say that not public. So here we can already derive the public. Yes. So what is the ambiguity is there? Because student class is a, there are two time go in the result class via mark sheet and via spot. So here we can already say that public is there, but that is saying not public. Yes, but here is a public. So, and then let us check that get data of student put data, and here mark sheet get data. Okay. And mark sheet get data, we can call the student first, call the student class. So yes, we can open this, I think, because the we can already call it here. Let us check. So yes, student, yes, here first we can call the student dot get data, and then mark sheet get data, and then sport get data, then student put data, then mark sheet put data, and then sport put data, and then result put data. So sequence is perfectly maintained, but that is a error is not there. So here giving some different error. Student is not public base class of result class. Student is not public base class of result class. That is already public, because you can already define here our member is a public. Yes, so that is a public, and public derivation they go in public part, but that is a some different we can take care, and that is a solution. Here we can define the virtual base classes. So virtual, yes, so here I give the virtual keyword, so that ambiguity is solved. There are that what happened in the two copy of I can say in previously. So student class is going marksheet class via result class, and student class go sport class. Here we can public derivation of student class in marksheet, and also we can public derivation of sport class now here in this video lecture. So that student class we can derive the public sport class, derive the public student, so derivation, and then we can both marksheet and sport both public derivation in the result class. So that is a some taking care. So here ambiguity, or we can say that error is generated. So what is a solution? So here we can put the virtual keyword. Yes, virtual is a keyword. Yes, so you can before the public or after, there is no any meaning that change. So here I can put virtual public student, and sport class we can first public. Yes, so here we can give the uh, public and after virtual keyword. So there is a that meaning is not changed. So let us check. Yes, I save. Yes, and compile. So what happened? Yes, so there is a, now error is gone, because only one copy, that is a alert by compiler, and solve this ambiguity, because the two copy, only one copy is sent by the student, either mark sheet, that is not our choice, that is compiler choice. Only that is taking the care one copy of student class come into the result class. So that is via a mark sheet class or via sport class, but that is take by compiler only choice, that is not of ourselves. So that is depend upon compiler only, that is taking the care, then that our problem is solved. So all are perfectly, that is a multi-path inheritance. So let us I complete our, that is same mark sheet here prepare. So student class, roll number, then name, three subject marks. Yes, and then uh, game name. So we can like chess or any cricket, volleyball, football. Okay. So that score, yes, that is count in the final result. Yes. So all are perfectly printed. Yes. And then again here student subject mark. Why? Because we can call in the our opening, that is a hurdle. So let us give the marks again, and then game name again checking. So we can close this because we can open to our testing. So that is a second time asking the all marks and all these things. So where is there? So here is, yes, here. So here all are calling to again I comment line. Yes, here is, yes. So here I give all. That technique is a private derivation time we can use. So here that first we can use the public derivation. So take only one class or derived class result R1 object calling to all member, okay, sequentially, because that is a public derivation. Yes, let us check any other where that calling again, so we cannot to disturb our mark sheet. So here, yes, no comment line is provided, and here, yes, let us check. So yes, here is comment line, mark sheet of put data, we can call the student put data, and here we can give the get data of student, we can comment line, and now yes, there is no problem. So now that perfect, no any error, and one time only 3 subject mark is asking. So now I give the name Krishna and 3 subject mark, yes, and then game name. So put ball, yes, any, so football, and that score 88. So that is a only one that now complete, no any ambiguity, no any error, and perfectly our mark sheet is print. So student roll number, name is Krishna, 3 subject mark, total, game name, game score, and percentage, and class of student, distinction class. Okay, so perfectly, and that we can first solve the ambiguity, and that is a virtual keyword. Yes, so here you can write first virtual keyword, and then that visibility mode, that known as a, you have to know public, private, and protect. By default is a private, but we can specify the public. And here in the sport class, we can in reverse order, means first we can give the visibility mode, and then we can take the virtual keyword. So there is no any error. Okay, so only one copy is sent to the result class as a student class via marksheet or via spot. That is depend upon the compiler choice, not to ourselves. So we cannot decide to this, but our error is solved. That is our aim. So we can achieve this. So virtual keyword and public derivation, and that is known as a multi-path inheritance. So I that definition again say very simple, only one line. So derivation of a class to other derived classes which are derived from the same base class. So here that derived class is already there, marksheet and spot, that is same base class student, and then that also derive and they go to the result class. So same that base class is student, and 2 copies sent to that derived class. So that is a problem created, and we can solve this problem. So now first part complete to the multi-path inheritance, and now we can take the second hour, and that is a private derivation. So I just remove this public keyword. Yes, so here I remove, and virtual keyword we can remain, and here I, so by default is a private derivation. So what happened? Yes, so that is a taking error. Yes, so how many? But here, because now first our class is a extend, result class extend to look like this. So here our result class is there. So first all member come to the public part. Yes, get data of student class, get data, input data, mark sheet, and spot, all that come to in public part. Now they go in the public member, in private derivation go in the private section. So all member come to here, and that is a not writes to private member call to object. So here now is the means error. That is a error, not ambiguity. So here student is not, again same error. So multi-path inheritance student and result class is not means that found of that. Okay, so what is a solution? So like a private member only writes to the public member calling. So here what happened, let us check. So here we can remove the public keyword. So this get data and put data I just copy, and our that class of student, that is a this member go in first public part, now private part, first in here, that all get data 2 times, means first that copy get data and put data it's already there, and then student class get data come to, but now that come in the private section, because we can here not specify any keyword. If you specify private, that's not problem, that is by default is a private derivation. Okay, so here that I just out the picture of class, that's not exactly in the means that we cannot write this type of our get data, and that is just show you. So here is also that type of possibility, and here sport class is also student class that come in the get data and put data in private part, get data. So now we can what to do. So only our one member is a public of that result class, get put data. Only public member is one. All are private, because we can private derivation. So public member go in the private derivation private section, that is my saying. So what to do? So only that we can again open this comment line, that is a private derivation solution. So I open and give the comment line again to here. We already previously give here comment line in my video lecture last. So I comment line all to this. So that is we can only one line. So I just reference for you, when you can public derivation, that time you can open this comment line and run all member to in the main of result last our derived class object. But now object is not right, because get data of student class and mark sheet and post spot class, get data and put data in private section. So object is not right to handle. So we can nesting member function, and that is we can done here. Yes. So here first student mark sheet get data call, and then mark sheet get data call that student get data, and spot data we can call not two times, but if we count the student spot data get data call the student get data. So again that same member call, but now we can call only one time. Here I can say you. So now we cannot call the that base class. Spot class also base class is a student. So get data here we cannot call. Only one time you have to call, like here. Open I this statement open. So when student mark sheet data call, first that base student put data, and same way put data and get data. So here I open this comment line. So let us check that perfectly work or any error is there. Yes, I compile. Yes, there is no any error. So that is a private derivation. I taking the second part. Okay. So that is a multipath inheritance. First we can create the ambiguity of that not taking the virtual keyword, and then we can solve the ambiguity of student, because there are two copy, and then public derivation. Now we can go in the private derivation. So here is a private is not required. So you can specify, there is no problem. Like in our sport class, we cannot specify, like here you can look. So that is by default is a private. Okay. And there is sequence, you can virtual private or private virtual, or public virtual, or private means first give the virtual keyword, and after that is no any meaning that difference of virtual based classes. So that concept is known as a virtual based classes. So that is a multi-path inheritance. Okay. So I compile. Yes, let us check our mark sheet is complete or any error is there. So here I give myself name Ashok C. Yes, and any marks. Yes. So I interest to running athletics running, and that score I gain more score. Yes, so perfectly our mark sheet is printed. Okay. So yes, here is a pass class because 80 up marks. So that is a going as part. All our condition is false. So we can take care, because that is a distinction of yes. So our else if later some improvement is there, so we can give more mark that time. That not perfectly work, because that all condition is false. Yes, here less than, because 85 here look our percentage is a 85.25 dot. So that is a go, that condition is false. That's so that is a say this condition greater only, and that is pass class. But so here we can improve to our condition and give the 90 of 90 marks. So that problem is solved. Okay. Okay. Now what to do? So that is a private derivation we can taking, and now last we can testing, but there is only no any error, because we can handle the private derivation. So here one remaining is a protect derivation. So what happened? Yes, let us check. So protected, that is keyword, and protected virtual student class in come to the mark sheet class, and then sport class. Here I give the protected, that is specially designed for derived class means inheritance purpose. So that derivation is not any. Yes, yes, there is no any error, because we can solve handle the private derivation. So there is no hurdle, so there is no any error in protect derivation. So that is a same, our nesting concept is perfectly work in this situation. So we can take all three inheritance, public means inheritance or derivation word use. So public inheritance, private inheritance, and now we can take the protect inheritance. Yeah. yes, here, yes, first here we can also, yes, here is a private, public. So here we can also first take the remove this, and also I remove, but first we can check the private all here, that is a remaining. So I just remove this, because that private now, okay. And also we can protect after this checking, but we can take the private, all private. Yes, let us check any error is there, or any, we can take any other solution is there. So yes, here I also remove protect, so all are private. Okay, so yes, there is no any error. Yes, so I run. So private derivation in the last, that is remaining public. So here I give the again, yes, so ram, yes. So now we can give some big mark, and here I can give the put ball, yes, so ball, and then some big mark, yes, so that is 80. Yes, now distinction, first here our error is solved. Distinction class, in previously that myself mark sheet is a pass class, because that we can improve our else if condition. Okay, so that is totally handled, there is no any error. Now I take, that is in, here is remaining, so I can second time testing. So here our student class, that is a public is remaining, so I give also here is a private, there is a by default is mark sheet and spot come to result class is also private, and that is a second level, because first is a student mark sheet spot, and that is result mark sheet flow, spot derivation. So second level layer or level that known as. Okay. So now we can give as it is. So here I give again the first, here we can give the protected. Yes. So now there is, I think, no any error, but let us check that any error is there or not. So that is a protected derivation, and here I give the first protect and then virtual pure. So I think there is no any error. And last, that two class, yes, here is there, and here we can give the protected. Yes, so here both are protected. Yes, so let us check any error is there. Yes, no error. So all are derivation complete. Yes, I again give the RAM and some big mark. Yes, and game, now we can check some. So volleyball is there, football, yes, running is there. Let us chess first. Okay, so spelling, I type some s is remaining. Okay, some give the big score. Yes, so yes, perfectly. So the game name is s is remaining only, there is no any error. Okay, so I again run, because that some I typing not fast typing, so that remaining. Yes, I give the some big part, and now I give perfectly yes. Yes, some s is remaining, that is no problem, but we can testing perfectly or not. So all are perfectly work. So we can see the virtual based classes and multi-path inheritance and public derivation, protect private derivation, and then protect derivation. So by public derivation is no hurdle, and we can solve all problem in private derivation. So there is no hurdle to, means no any error in protect derivation. So just write this program to your not multi-path inheritance. So there are a, we can say that here all three concepts we have to cover. So multi-level is there, multi-path is there, and two form is combined. So that is called the hybrid inheritance. And hybrid inheritance, we can take the multi-path inheritance. So exactly four concepts we have to cover in one definition or one program. So in my single inheritance, I start this student mark sheet, but single inheritance, I not take the sport class, but in next we can, in hybrid inheritance, I come to pick there is a sport class. So multiple and multi-level, I also not use the sport class. So that is a student result, mark sheet and result directly. And hybrid inheritance, I take the sport class, and then we can take also in multi-path inheritance. So there is a my like inheritance, like that is a fifth video lecture, and one is remaining hierarchical inheritance. So that is waiting, I can also complete my hierarchical video lecture. So here, yes, virtual protect student, that first level, yes, that is very important. In my previous video you can look, I first need the protect keyword and then apply. Here by default that first we can protect private section, and then total base we can find the percentage and student class first class of that. So here protect must be. If you provide here remove, then it taking error, because total is not come to the result class, and we cannot find our means percentage or total that, so that is a some problem. So we can solve all, yes. And then that student get data put data, then mark sheet get data and put data, we can call student and total must be assigned to 0, otherwise some garbage value is calculated, and that is a full form, yes. So you have to know very well. And put data of student, first we can call the student only one time. Mark sheet is call that base student get data and put data. Now spot we cannot call again, same here you can look, here we cannot call again, yes. I first remove this blank, yes. And here we can, I say here like get data of, here we cannot call again because spot class is also right to call that base class, yes. Student class is also spot base class, but if here call, there are two time calling, only one time is required, get data and put data of student class. So here we cannot call, yes. So spot student class we can print game name and score. And now our derived class last extend, and then protect last we have to complete. And here one blank, yes, percentage and class of student. And here first we can call all base class, that result class is only put data is public and all are private, call to here, yes. So when we can call get data of mark sheet, that get data call that student base class, that their base class. And spot get data not call, because that both rights, because there are both same base, means same student class is a base class, mark sheet and spot class. But here call we can only one time, otherwise that two time is calling. And then total, yes. So all are, I think, no, perfectly I previously revised. So only there are that I remaining this comment line. Now there is no need of this because we have to nesting. But if public derivation, that is perfectly this technique work. But private and protect, that is not work. Private and protect member not handled by the class object. Only public member handled by the class object. So yes, I close this file, yes. Now complete, yes, this session and quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok Jalekuni, press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture. And any doubt of this session, means multipath inheritance, or any doubt for any previously concept in C++ or any language, you write in comment section. I definitely give the answer. Thanks again and Hare Krishna.